Hello everybody, I'm back again. I didn't realize I just did a video, and when I checked it was set on private, which was okay. Um, I had a few things I wanted to say, but I thought, I wondered, like, there was no one at all that it came in, which, again, well, it's a daisy, which isn't that unusual either, but sometimes, you'll see one, I'll see someone that's even just watching. Okay, I need to put my sweater on. But so I went into the settings and it looked like I had the chat turned off. But the funny thing is, when I checked my video on my iPad, it was set on private. Now, how in the heck? I'm all tangled up here somehow or another. I don't know if this is on private now too. Just going to see if I can see on my, oh, sorry, my nose is itchy. Oh, if I can just see on my iPad what's happening. No, it's on private. Okay, so now it is public now. What the heck? I don't know. Okay. Oh. Well, I don't know what the heck. I got, I'm all tangled up here. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, see if someone comes on to chat. Because now, yeah, it's showing it's public, so I haven't talked to anyone for a while, like online. In my previous video that I did 10 minutes ago, half an hour, I don't know how, while ago, I did phone my friend today, on the phone, because I had a meltdown, but I won't go through that again. I'll just, so, I don't know, what can we talk, what can I chit-chat about? Let's see what's on the news and see if someone comes in. If no one comes in, then, ooh, okay, ooh, I don't like it. Ellen DeGeneres unveils her drastic new hairstyle, and nope, I do not like it. Looks like a butch. Like, I know she's gay and that, but still, no, I don't like it. Ooh. Alabama, mother of 4, 36, is mauled to death by pack of at least 7 dogs while out walking. That's sad. That's sad for everybody. And it makes me even sad for the dogs. Why it's a pack of 7? Are they, strays? Are they hungry? Yes, I'm a passionate animal lover. I would never join PETA, though, because I think they're idiots. Because they don't think you should kill anything. Now, I'm talking mosquitoes, flies, that kind of stuff. No, that's what I like. These organizations go too far. Like, they get stupid. They do. They go stupid. What the hell? Now, if PETA was, or PETA, yeah, PETA was what do you call it, reasonable, then I would be behind them. But not when they're being, that to me, I've talked about this before. Well, we won't go there again. Oh. This would be beyond embarrassing. Jeffrey Toobin walks the dog after New Yorker magazine suspends him for masturbating during work Zoom. I have no idea what about Zoom. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. Colleagues who witnessed sex acts say 60-year-old writer seemed to be on a second video call at the same time. Can you imagine how humiliating and embarrassing that is? I mean, I hope he doesn't lose his job. Well, I don't know what to think. What do you say to that? It's just, as long as there is no children, nothing. Yeah, suspend him, give him a good talking to and whatever, but I don't know. In some way, I think we just become so politically correct, and I know that's maybe not the point there, but some things did need to change. Yes, 100%, definitely. But it's like every little thing is, taken to a new level. See, moment Delta passenger refuses to wear her mask over correctly and punches flight attendant before being thrown off the Miami Atlanta flight. Now let's be real here. She is a flight attendant. She does not make the rules. So you can get all huffy and now you have to wear masks pretty well everywhere you go. In most places, I don't know, maybe not in every place. Now, this I just learned very recently. I just saw this online. Face shields. Because I can't wear a mask, I wear a face shield. This person he was an elderly gentleman. He was on a plane and he had a face shield. Oh, I think I did a video on that already. Excuse me. And they wanted, the airline wanted him to wear a mask underneath his face shield. And he got punched by another passenger. And he actually got taken off the plane because he wouldn't wear a mask or whatever. But I thought, oh God. So, I ordered, in my video, I'm sure I said, I ordered this little thing. It was $7, I think, and something. And I've wasted way more money than that on stupid stuff. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to order it. About a month ago, I received a box of masks. I think I know who sent them. All on the return address was the company where they came from in the city next to me. But I'm pretty sure I know who sent it. Not realizing that I'm not wearing a mask. I'm wearing a shield. But I thought, you know what? This little thing fits in a mask, and it's supposed to be it's still supposed to protect you and others, but it's supposed to give you enough so that you can breathe, because I can't breathe in a mask. I can't breathe out of my nose. So if my mouth is covered, I'm toast. I can't breathe. And this is supposed to give you a little bit of leeway so that you can breathe. So I thought, what the hell? I'll order it for $7 and something. Got nothing to lose. Even if it doesn't work. Well, that's what I'm waiting on. My video today was on order I had for a stool for my shower from UPS, which was a major thing. So I won't go into that either again. But I don't know how they're sending this little thing. It's coming, I think, from the States. So it's taking a while to get here because I think I even ordered that before I ordered my stool, but my stool came from Canada. I ordered it from Walmart Canada, so. But how they're sending this little doohickey thing, I don't know. If it's UPS, then I guess I won't be getting it because I'm not going through that shit I went through. I'm just not going to go through that again. They can just return it to sender because I ain't doing that again. If they don't ring my buzzer, bring it. If it's UPS, if they don't ring my buzzer and let me know they're here with it, then they can just return it. So I'm hoping it's not UPS or Purolator, because Purolator is way out in the boondocks. There's no bus service. I can't even take a bus out there. Cab would cost me close to $40 there and back. So, yeah, not happening. So, keep saying it's on its way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is kind of funny. Moment, man drenches irate Texas woman with garden hose after she spends 30 minutes yelling White Lives Matter in front of his BLM sign in the street. See, people, that's what I mean. Oh God. Why do people get offended over this kind of thing? At first, I admit, when first heard about Black Lives Matter, I'm saying at the very beginning, I took it to mean that they were the only ones that mattered. So I was kind of offended at first, until it was explained that's not what it means. Now I'm behind it. Now I agree with it and I understand it. So when I see a sign, Black Lives Matter, 100%. Doesn't bother me, doesn't offend me, I'm 100% behind it. But others don't always feel that way, some don't, okay. And that's fine. That's if people still think the other way, that if they're offended by it, if they think that it's saying that they don't matter because they're not black, if that's the way they're taking it, even though that's not what it means, or at least not to my understanding, then so be it. But don't attack. Don't get so offended that you have to be like that. I'm sorry, I'm distracted here. I'm all caught up here. I put my sweater on and I don't know what I did, but I got all caught up in stuff. Oh gosh. So, anyways, it's only funny because she fell, so that's not so funny. But this guy is spraying her. Well, and they're both white. He's white, she's white, or at least they both look white to me. But the woman has took offense because he had a sign that says BLM. Mind your business. It's on his lawn. It's on, you know what I mean? It's nothing against you. So even if you don't agree with it, oh my gosh, people. I've mentioned this before. Is this COVID really making people nuts? I think some people are. She fell. Well, no, it's just repeating it over and over again. I think COVID, to a certain extent, not totally, but I think COVID and being in lockdown, and I think it's getting to people to a certain extent, to some people to a certain extent. I am so thankful. I'm sorry, my nose, my allergies, but years ago, I used to go out for coffee every day, never missed. Went out in the morning for coffee and went out in the evening. It was just a ritual. Had friends I met, that, it wasn't just me. There was a few of us that did that. And I think back to that time, oh dear Lord, if that was now, I would be having, oh, I don't know. I would be really having some issues, to be honest with you. Now I'm so used to staying home. Like long before COVID, all this started, I stayed home. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The most I've stayed home was 3 weeks. And the first time I did that, I said, okay, that's enough. That's a little much. And of course, like this was a couple of years ago, I think, or a year ago. I said, you can't, that's too much to stay home. You have to get out. That's not healthy. So I did. I did. It was in the winter. I got dressed up, went out, went to a restaurant, had a coffee, and read a book, and because on one hand, I don't think it's healthy to be cooped up all the time and not have contact with anybody. So I'm thankful that YouTube, like sometimes I just get on and make a video, even though I'm not talking, even if no one's really chatting with me, it makes me feel like I'm talking to somebody, even if I'm not, even if I'm really not. It just gives me that connection. Instead of just saying, in my head kind of thing. But I mean, I'm okay to stay home. My point is, I'm okay that I don't go out as much. And things are kind of shut down again a bit here because we've had an upsurge in COVID. I don't know. I think there's we can now start, we can go to restaurants, but I mean, there's restrictions. But like McDonald's, like the fast food, where I used to go for coffee, just sit and have a coffee, I think they're basically closed, only drive through and pick up. So, you know, I'm not going to go sit in a Montana's or whatever and have a coffee, right? So, um, the, oh, the real signs you're getting old. Hilarious Twitter thread reveals the things that show your age, from remembering box TV sets to aging childhood crushes. Isn't that the truth? I remember years ago, there was talk, and I don't know where I heard it from because this was before the internet, that, maybe one day when we're talking to someone on the phone, we'll be able to see who we're talking to. And I thought they were ridiculous. I'm like, you're right. That doesn't even make sense. How is that possible? No, like, I just couldn't fathom it. I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. I'm a person who does not think outside the box, unfortunately. I envy people that do. I think that's a good trait to have, but I don't have it. But anyways, yeah, at that time I thought, that doesn't, no, how are we going to talk? How are we going to see people we talk to if I'm in one place and they're in a different province or town or city? How am I going to see them? That doesn't make sense. Here we go. Here we are. Uh, I don't know. That's one thing I remember like years ago that, you know, oh, the technology is so different. Growing up, my hometown, I Googled, I think I did a Google thing on my street a couple of months ago. Wouldn't even recognize it. Wouldn't even know it. Totally different. Totally. Houses all torn down. That, well, I shouldn't say all of them. Majority of them. Mine included, that I grew up in. And all new houses. It's all built up. When I grew up, my street was the last street considered in town. After my street, it was considered country. We didn't get waterworks on my street till I was 14, believe it or not. Yeah. Across the street from me, for growing up, was a chicken coop. And the neighbors that lived on the left of us, like to the north of us, that was their chicken coop that they had across the street from us. They owned that property as well. Yeah, it was, yeah. Nowhere even close. Ooh. Who needs enemies? That sounds interesting. People reveal the worst thing a friend has ever done to them, including stealing a spouse and framing them for theft. Wow. My friend, who was a therapist, began treating my wife for anxiety. 5 years later, they're now married with 2 kids and living in the same house we bought together while I'm in my mom's basement. I kind of have the same, well, not the same story, but I had a friend. He was a friend of my husband's and mine, my ex-husband's and I. They had a son with autism, I think autism. And so they had a therapist or special ed teacher, something along those lines, that worked with their son. Well, his wife fell in love with the teacher. They ended up getting a divorce, and he got taken to the cleaners, basically. If he didn't have the job that he had, where he had a vehicle and like a company vehicle, and got to stay in the motel rooms, he really would have been homeless, literally. That's how much money they were taking from him. And yeah, so there you go. My ex-bestie spread nudes of me to the entire school, all because we were crushing on the same dude. That was a video I was going to do. I was going to do a video on that. You know how if you send, I'm sorry, my allergies. You know, if you send nude videos and that person shares them, they can be charged. Which, okay, I'm okay with that. But the person that sent them, nothing nothing happens to them. I just think if it's against the law, it should be just across the board. Don't send nude photos across in the internet. Just don't. And if you do and it gets sent around, well, you know, I don't have a lot of sympathy. I'm sorry, I don't. Maybe I'm old. Maybe old school. But, you know, it's a dirty thing to do, granted, for someone to take your naked photos or pictures and send them. That's a dirty thing, and it says a lot about your character, and it's not a good, and none of it's good. I agree with that. But if you didn't, or if they weren't sent, they couldn't have done it in the first place. Like, don't do that. If I had a daughter or a son who sent nude photos over the internet, I would kick their ass from here till Sunday, honest to God. And I'd say, don't cry to me if they get sent across the internet. Don't even think about it, because you shouldn't have did it. I didn't get to come out on my own terms. My best friend outed me. I will always hate her for that. Okay, now, yeah, it doesn't say how that happened, like how the contact. I imagine it was bad if the friend hates her best friend now for that. I just saw on internet today or yesterday, um, what's her name, Roberts? She's pregnant, but she hadn't told anybody yet. She didn't want she wanted, of course, she wanted to be the one to tell people, obviously. Now, somehow the paparazzi found out and it got all over. Her mom thought she had put it out. Her mother thought her daughter had put the news out. So she told people that her daughter was pregnant. And her daughter was mad at her because her mom was telling their family and friends that she was pregnant. And of course, she wanted to be the one to do it, understandably. But her mom, it was an accident. Like, her mom didn't realize that the news got out because of other people, not because of her daughter. So I don't know if that's just, who knows. My ex-friend, an old roomie, threatened to kill my dog, then continued to cause problems socially after I moved out. She is a mess. My ex-friend and old roomie. So I'm guessing that's the same person. Like, the ex-friend and roomie are one person. Oh God. Like, kill the dog? Are you crazy? Yeah, she's a mess. She's not a friend. She's a bad person. She's a bad person. My best friend of 10 years ditched me for her boyfriend. We were supposed to move in together so I could move out of a bad living situation. Despite knowing that, she left me to rot. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some of these, you don't know the backstory. There's, like they say, there's actually three sides to a story. Yours, theirs, and the truth. Some things are just what they seem, but some things aren't. Sometimes there's more to it than meets the eye. Biggest betrayal. My friend stole $3,000 from my brother and blamed me. My friend has a vagina, so my brother believed them. Wow, yeah, that would hurt. That would be, that would hurt a lot. If your sibling believed somebody else over you and you were innocent, that would really not be nice. Oh, gosh. Aw. Okay. Oh, trick or treat or twist. Reese builds a robotic door that will wheel around neighborhoods and dispense king-size candy contact-free on Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. That's another story. I think Halloween should be canceled this year, to be honest. I do. My daughter-in-law totally doesn't agree with me. She said, I'm taking the kids out. I don't care. She said, now she works in a hospital. So she knows more about what's going on with COVID and how much we have here. And, she knows a bit more about it, like she says, we actually in Brandon here, we don't have that many people with COVID. So she's taking the kids out trick-or-treating. And I didn't say anything. It's not my place. It's not my business. They're not my children. And, teach their own. I know they don't go a lot to strangers, though. I know that from like even before COVID, they would come to my place. They would go to their other grandmas. Their other grandma passed away last year, but and friends. They would of course take them to friends, and yeah. So I don't know where I don't know where they're taking them. I don't know. I personally, though, still say it should Halloween is not a necessity. I admit I'm not a big Halloween fan. I don't hate it, but and yes, I took my kids out trick-or-treating. They went trick-or-treating, and when they were older, they went on their own. So I'm not totally against Halloween, but I could care less about it one way or the other, to be honest. I do enjoy seeing my grandchildren when they're all dressed up. They have some really cute costumes, but I mean, this year I could do without just for the safety reason. Ooh. Let's see. Well, nobody's talking, so I guess I'm going to end it. I thought maybe I would get lucky and somebody would talk. That's cute. Aw. Can I help you? Homeowner keeps her cool as a curious bear paws door and peeks inside her California house. Now I can sit here and say, oh, that's so cute, but if I was on the other side of the door, I probably wouldn't be saying that's so cute. When I lived out in the country, I've always lived in town my whole life, always. And bought an acreage later in life, and there was a bear with cubs. So, you know, that can be very dangerous. And I had a long driveway. And I looked out my kitchen window and I could see black. I just saw shape black. So my neighbor, I had a neighbor that would ask, we would visit back and forth for coffee. And so I would take my vehicle when I'd go there, because I didn't know where the mom was, where the babies were. I didn't know, so I didn't want to take any chances. So if I went to her place for coffee, I just got in my car and went there. That way I wouldn't get myself into trouble. I was scared. I admit. So yeah, if they actually came up to my door or window and looked at me, yeah, I'd be like, ooh, I'd be freaking out probably. Okay, nobody wants to chat. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm done. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.